Alabama received fewer monoclonal antibody doses this week, and that's because there was less need for them.
In fact, WDHN's Aaron Dixon joins us live in the newsroom after talking with Dr. Karen Landers for details. Good evening, Mr. Aaron.
Good evening, Mike and Amanda. This week, the state of Alabama received 5,000 monoclonal antibody doses, which has decreased from last week where we received 6,000 doses. And it has to do with less hospitalizations across the state. As of today, 50% of the state of Alabama has at least received the first dose of the COVID vaccine, and that percent is rising, which is causing lower hospitalization rates. But on top of the vaccines, another factor that has been helpful keeping people out of hospital beds is the use of monoclonal antibodies.
My message to people is while monoclonals are a great product, we really want people to get it who are qualified and need it. Try to do all you can to prevent yourself from getting COVID by practicing mitigation and getting vaccinated, because our vaccine breakthrough in Alabama is very low.
Monoclonal antibodies are man-made antibodies that are authorized for emergency authorization, and Dr. Landers says patients that receive monoclonal antibody treatment have a reduced chance of going to the hospital. But she says not everyone qualifies for this treatment.
When we look at monoclonal antibodies as a therapeutic regimen, we have to first remember that not everybody qualifies for monoclonals for treatment.
As far as distribution of the monoclonal treatment, Alabama has to compete with the rest of the U.S., and the doses are distributed are based on the amount of hospitalizations and COVID cases that have been reported over the past 7 days. Dr. Landers says from the amount of monoclonal antibodies Alabama receives based on that data.
So again, we want people to have the therapeutic if they need it, but we also recognize that just like with other products, there's not necessarily enough to go around to everyone, although I think we've stretched this pretty well in the state of Alabama so far.
Dr. Landers also says that the state of Alabama still has a 12% positivity rate, and the numbers have come down, but we still need to do our best to protect ourselves. Mike and Amanda.